speaking of Star Wars, if you clicked into the title of this episode and you're not one of those people that goes, well, they didn't say anything about Star Wars or the Endgame. No, clickbait! Clickbait!
Couple in there, but
Not
I think they
clickbait.
left.
Yeah, they left.
That's the show.
They left when I made the Virgin comment.
Yeah, actually I love it now because I do see there was some guy yesterday. There's some guy 2 days ago on this episode, and he goes, "Man, this is a really funny comment. Man, this show's really lost his way. I remember when this show used to have a host reading up all the topics and going from panelist to panelist." And the guy goes, "That's movie talk, stupid!" And I was like, that was pretty funny. It was a funny conversation, but it's like no, just I wrote
that show still exists.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's like just go to 4 o'clock, man. It's like, man, this show is all over the place now. They're not even talking about movies.
Jedi Council's really gone downhill.
Right.
They haven't talked about Star Wars this whole time.
This isn't C-SPAN. But we brought up Star Wars and Endgame up top, and I've said it. I've been pretty clear on it that I'm so excited for Endgame and Episode 9. But the question is, this is old school. When JT used to do Schmoe's Choice, JT brought this up way before anybody else does. Before Murdered, Kill, Save or Kill, all that stuff was going on on the junkets. JT was doing. Whatever. What do we call
JT's
it?
Choice?
No, Schmoe's Choice.
Schmoe's Choice.
So I guess this would be a Schmoe's Choice here because I'll tell you right now, if it was Mandalorians on the table, this is a no-brainer for me. I'm taking Mandalorian over Endgame, and I'm taking Mandalorian over Episode 9.
Really?
100%.
Welcome to TV Talk.
100%. Why?
Do you want to host TV Talk during Mandalorians? Because I'd gladly give it to you.
I will come on to be on the show for sure.
I bet you're going to love The Mandalorian.
I think so too.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Wait, Josh and I did a things that we like a top 10 we need to watch in 2019
Right.
It's a long time.
for hypothetical questions with Josh and Roxy, and Mandalorian made it.
If you told me that out of the 3 of those, the only thing that I could watch the full series, not just one episode, the full series of Mandalorian, Endgame or Episode 9, I am taking the Mandalorian hands down.
Okay, but that wasn't the question.
I know.
Yeah.
Out of the two of them right now, I still want to see them very badly, both of them, and I cannot wait. What a great year!
I can't wait for all the hate you're going to get.
I know.
You don't want to see whatever one you don't choose.
Dude, if you don't say Star Wars, they take Jedi Council from you.
Well, they're going to take Jedi Council from me because Endgame is
Wow.
I got to see how it ends. I kind of know how it. I had this conversation with Kim Horcher on Jedi Council last week, and she made a good point. She's like, we kind of know how Endgame is going to go for the most part. We know. I mean, spoiler, if you haven't seen the first one, tough shit. Everyone's gonna. Most people are going to come back. You'll probably lose 1 or 2 people, but most people are going to come back. We know this. So,
and then Brett's going to have sex after Thanos' snap anyway.
Babe. He's so sad after it, though, he can't.
Is it?
He felt bad about killing all his people, and
By a slim margin, I'm going to say Endgame because I just don't know because Episode 9 is going to be very different. It'll be closer to Episode 7, but very different from 8. And I want to see how it's going to wrap because if it's disappointing and I leave the theater I just can't imagine Endgame being disappointing. Disappointing me right now. I just can't. So I'm gonna go with Endgame by the slightest of margins. McCoogs?
I was was hanging out with the Kind of Funny guys last Friday, and they have this dad hat now, and I put it on, and they were like, "You look like Kevin Feige at a red carpet." So I was like, "Phase 4 is going to be all Ant-Man. Wait till Ant-Man 7 when he finally takes down Thanos." I just know what's going to happen on this one, and I really liked Infinity War because it ended badly, right?
But you didn't like the end, or you mean it didn't?
No, I like that it didn't end with let's walk off into the sunset.
Right, and you're upset because you're going to see that.
Yes.
So you're taking Episode 9.
Listen, I am a fan of The Last Jedi. I want to see where the Star Wars universe goes way more than I want to see where the Marvel Cinematic Universe goes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Riley, where you go with this one?
I don't know.
No, stop it. Stop it. Don't be safe.
don't be safe.
Oh, I'm not going to be safe because
What do
I
you got?
know that in my gut it's Endgame.
Yeah.
It really is because of everything you said, because of how many movies have been set up, how many times when they announced Thanos, when they showed him at the end of Avengers, the tag, I was like, what? Okay. And then we're here. Most of the movies have been very satisfying for me. I'm really interested in Endgame, but
Yeah.
it's
hard.
very close.
Yeah.
It's like,
It is
and then
Sophie's
Episode 9. And then Episode 9, because
that's for me. 1 and 2. And Rox?
This one's not that close for me because we're talking about you can only see one ever, right?
You're not allowed to watch the other one.
So
On repeat.
The only reason for me that I would choose Avengers is if the question was you can only watch this year and then you can watch. In 10 years from now, I'm not going to care if I saw Endgame.
That's a good point,
and I'm
yeah.
always going to care if I saw Star Wars Episode 9.
That's a good point.
I want to show my kids all the Star Wars episodes.
Right.
Like, I'm going to sit down with them and watch 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3,
wanna see how
8,
1
7,
through
8,
9
9. Yeah,
goes.
like, I'm going to do that. It's way more my franchise than the Marvel. What
You don't
Marvel's
think you can
done
do that
to
through Marvel from Iron Man all the way through?
I think you could, but I wouldn't be as excited to share that with my family. Like, you have to watch 4, 5, 6. You
Right.
have to. I wouldn't say you have to watch the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So in 10 years from now, I don't think I care that much about Endgame. And I know that I care about Star Wars.
It's a fun argument that you say it like that because, like, as I think about it, right, is I can't wait to see, like, okay, so after episode 9, are they going to go like 500 years in the future, 500 years in the past,
Right.
like show like
Where are they
what they
gonna
were
go?
talking about, a Game of Thrones prequels,
They're
whatever.
going to do that Ben Affleck Weiss, definitely.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. So the genius of the world crafting that is the Star Wars universe kind of gets me more excited than the Marvel Cinematic Universe or even the DC Cinematic Universe for that thing because of all the IP that's already in place, and we know that each movie ends happily. Each movie ends in a way that's like this and that, whatever. I want to see the darkness that comes along with the Star Wars universe, the victories, the new Jedi, other Jedi, things that are
Right.
happening in that. Because I know people don't love the prequels and they always get shit, but the way that the Force worked in the prequels, I effing loved it. I thought it was so cool. The use of the lightsabers melting that door, moving things around, how fast the Force was, that was badass.
Yeah. Well, what do you got, Brett?
It's a
Your
real
last one.
pickle.
Yeah.
Why do we have to make this decision?
What do you got?
It's the show.
Well, Roxy turned me on a different because
That's a good point
I've
Roxy
watched
made.
the
Yeah.
Thanks,
Star
friends.
Wars with my son, so that's our thing. And now going to that is going to be
Yeah.
an event. He hasn't gotten into the Marvel stuff yet, but also I want to get him into the Marvel things, but he's not really interested, which is odd.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
get into his weird stuff later. But
It's not looking at mailboxes, is it?
just a little. But yeah, I think after Roxy said that, I'm gonna have to go with.
Yeah. Her point was crushing at that
Best
point.
point.
This is
Yeah,
movie,
best point of
movie
it.
fights. You just won.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Because
I normally
ever.
disagree with everything she says.
But not this time.
And this time.
Not this time. No, it's a great point.
Is that
Because-
true?
Well, because the first thing I was thinking of, like, I'm thinking right away.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and
right away, if I only have two choices, I got to take England. We'll see how it ends. But
The water
I'm not
cooler
thinking long-term.
conversation you're participating in, and I'm not.
I'm not thinking long term.
Is Skype on? Is this Skype on?
Oh,
Hello?
Is this Ken?
Hello?
Is that Ken?
Hello, how you do? I call for talk about the movies Star Wars and the Avenger. I think very good to watch all, not choose one, but maybe more important watch Rocky 4 and see how America done us wrong.
Okay, so out of the three of those movies, you would take Rocky IV, sir. And your name again?
My name is Alexei Olmenchenko.
Nice to meet you, Alexi. Oh, you're Russian. Okay, Alexi.
Right.
Alexi, so your Star Wars is the Drago, say, Creed 2 series. That's the two movies you love. For.
Right. In my country, Star Wars is satellite system hang over our country and shoot down our rockets.
Right.
So I don't care for as much.
That makes sense.
Yes,
Yeah, it
but
makes.
I do enjoy the Rocky and Avenge team.
Well, the fact Rocky, please don't laugh at this man. He's
It's okay. America be laughing at us for a very long time, but
Yeah.
we start to win now.
All right, well, again, guys, please.
Right.
I'm trying to have a conversation. I apologize for my colleagues.
It's okay.
Okay.
You keep building that wall.
Okay, well, all right, listen. So I don't know if that's appropriate, sir. But
I apologize.
It's okay. Please,
apologize.
thank you. So, are you a big Sylvester Stallone fan, or you're more the Dolph Lundgren guy? Even though he's not really Russian, you know that.
He's not really Russian, but then again, most people really aren't. I'm actually Circassian and Ukrainian,
That's fair.
but easier for dumb Americans to think Russian.
Well, I can take offense to that, sir.
I mean no offense. I'm a big fan of
Makes sense.
Down Schmo
Okay.
and love the contest of movie trivia wits. I attended live show on Saturday
Oh, good, okay.
at the Comedy Factory
Yeah, that's
to be
Comedy
watching
Store.
awards hand out to to people like John Roshi and
Yeah.
Dan Merrill.
Yeah. Listen, it was a pleasure to have you, and I'd love to hear from you again, sir. And
Right.
please enjoy Creed 2 in repeat.
Oh, I will, sir. Thank you very much. Long time caller, first time Skype.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, very nice to have him aboard. It was a very, very nice caller there. I'd like to have him back on. Dimitri, I believe his name
No,
was?
Alexi.
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 So Alexi can call back in. That was amazing.